Well, welcome back, Air Gunners. This is Zach from the Shooter Zone, where we are always staying on target. Well, it's been a while since I've introduced you to this T4E HDP50. This has been a huge success. It's not only a big success here in America, but also in Europe as well. A lot of people modifying these to get more power, which is up to you, but these things are actually pretty cool and developed quite a wallop. They are a less than lethal option. What does that mean? Well, that means that it's a tool, like any other tool, whether it be a handgun or a knife or a club or whatever. It's a tool to be used in its appropriate situation. Now, a lot of people don't get that. They just say, well, I just rather have a handgun. Well, I mean, are you always just going to shoot and kill somebody right off, depending on what it is that's going on or the situation? I would say no. I would say that every situation has to be looked at individually and assessed. Is there situations where less than lethal works? Of course. Is there situations where the only thing we could do is shoot and kill somebody? Of course, there's always that situation. There's a lot of situations. So again, it needs to be assessed and then the appropriate tool used. So that's what this is. This shoots not only rubber balls, but it shoots also pepper rounds. And the pepper rounds can obviously deter somebody from approaching any farther. But again, I don't think that these are just used for people situations. I'm part of several different dog groups on Facebook. I have a Doberman Pinscher, so I love to talk to people about Dobermans. But it's not often, but does happen where people say, every time I go walk my dog, it seems like there's a dog that wants to run up and challenge my dog. If you're a dog owner and you walk your dog a lot, you'll understand that sometimes when you're walking your dog, yeah, dogs like to come up and start trouble sometimes. And so I refer people over to this. You know, obviously you're not going to pull out your pistol and shoot somebody's dog, but you may want to deter them from starting trouble and advancing on your dog. So something like this works actually very well. Again, there could be lots of situations, not just people situations, but animal situations in which this is appropriate. Well, so today we move on to a new product, which is the compact model. Now, you can see it's a little bit different shape, and that would be roughly the difference as far as the full-size model and compact model. Compacts aren't always tiny. You know, they're sometimes just a little bit smaller, and that's what I find with pistols, is if it says compact, it doesn't always mean it's tiny. It just means it's been trimmed here and there. Now, this does fit into a normal pistol holster. This one you'd probably have a little bit more of a time finding the right holster for it. But anyways, let's look at this. Again, both of these run at roughly about 350 feet per second, and they do give you quite a little wallop when they hit you. They will leave a nice bump, red bump, and it will hurt when it hits you. So keep that in mind. This is not a toy. If any of you are paintballers, and you know that when you're out and somebody has a powerful paintball gun, you get hit by that, it leaves a big red welt. Well, these do the same thing. Are you deterred from advancing when you get hit by paintballs? I guess it depends on the person, but most people, yeah, it'll keep you from advancing, especially if you hit nice tender parts of the body. And paintball, most of the time you're armored up with stuff, so you don't feel it. But if you didn't have anything on, if you just had a t-shirt on, no face protection, things like that, you would say, yeah, I'd probably stop advancing on the person. Now, that isn't always a good thing to compare against, because obviously if somebody is advancing on you, and you're not playing a game, it's a little bit different story. But in either case, that's the situation. It's gonna hurt. For those that have questioned whether this is usable or not, I have challenged many of them. Come on over. Let me fire some rounds on your chest and other areas of your body and head, and we'll see if you stop advancing on me or not. I haven't had anybody take me up on that yet, for good reason. Again, as much as they say that this is not a usable product, nobody's willing to take the test, which shows you that they understand this thing's going to hurt. And is it going to stop everybody? No. Not in every situation, not every person. That's why it's a tool that is used among other tools. And you assess the situation and you decide whether this is a tool that should be used or something else. Police officers typically have several options at their available means, so to speak, you know, whether that be tasers or pistols or rifles, or they use rubber rounds as well, you know, that all kinds of stuff police officers use, and they assess a situation. I think we as people do the same thing. Assess a situation. If this is something that'll work for that situation, then use it. If it's not something that'll work in a situation, then use whatever tool necessary to ensure that it works and it stops the assailant or the dog or whatever the situation is. All right, so let's get down to this here. Again, I already said that it delivers at roughly about 350, 360 feet per second. Again, it leaves a nice red big welt on your body when it hits you. So it's fast enough, it hurts enough, and again, it's something that for sure in the right situation will work. This particular one holds 4 rounds, which go under here. This just comes down, and there's a little spring device and a little tube that you insert either the rubber balls in or the pepper rounds, whichever you decide to use. Some people mix and match. They may use a pepper round first, then a rubber ball, then another pepper round, then another rubber ball. This particular model holds 4 rounds, where the full-size model holds 6 rounds. It does work off of CO2, which is at the bottom here, installs right in the grip area. You do receive with this 10 of the pepper balls and 10 of the rubber balls. So it gives you everything ready to go. It also gives you 3 CO2 cartridges to put in, a little cleaning thing, and an Allen wrench. Now, so how does this work? Well, take the Allen wrench, and we're just going to unscrew this out of here. That goes right here. Then we take a CO2 capsule, install it face down. It's always a good idea to put a little lubricant on the end here, which I do not have. It does not come in here either from what I see, but it is good to put a little lubricant on the end there. That's always something that's smart to do. You can pick that up just about anywhere. I like using silicone-based lubricant, not oil-based lubricants. Take this Allen key, put it back in here. You'll feel it bottom out. Okay. From there, again, you're going to want to get some of the balls out. And of course, this is a sealed package. And I don't have a knife on me. All right, back with the knife. And we'll do this the smart way. Again, we're going to use rubber balls in this. Don't want to waste the pepper rounds. We'll get out 4 of these rubber balls. Nice little holder for this. Again, once you take this little button right here, push it all the way forward and over, and it'll lock into place. From there, you could put the 4 rounds in. Then release that little button, so it holds pressure on the balls. And now you're ready to go. Now you're probably saying to yourself, well, you didn't pierce the CO2 capsule in there. Well, no, I didn't do that because you don't need to do that. The cool thing about this system is you can pierce the CO2 capsule immediately before use. It's in there ready to go, but what you do, you take this, you smack it down on your hand, and it pierces the CO2 capsule, and then you're ready to fire. It's that simple from there. So you can carry this with you for every day. Same capsule in there, doesn't leak out, doesn't do anything. And then again, when you're ready to shoot it, you just whop it on your hand or on the counter or table or whatever you want, and it'll pierce it, and then you're ready to shoot. It does have some blade sights on it. Again, most of the time when you're going to be using this, you're going to be at close range anyways. Probably 15 feet, 20 feet, 10 feet, somewhere around that area. So point and shoot is probably the way you're going to be doing it. You're not going to really be sighting in anything for all that long, split second if anything. And that's how it loads, and it's ready to go. And now what we're going to do is I'm going to get a little target set up, get the other camera out, and then we'll shoot these 4 rounds off and see how it goes. So I need to set that stuff up, so you hold on and I'll be right back. Alright, well, welcome back. So, I have a white paper plate set up there at about 15 feet, which I think is going to be probably an average distance you'd be using this. Probably anywhere between 10 and 20 feet. Pretty common, though it is accurate farther than that. We have the 4 rounds in here. We have the CO2 capsule in there ready to go. It's not pierced yet. So, we're getting ready to use this, right? This is all you do. Bop that with your palm or on something firm like a table, and you're ready to go. So now let's take 4 shots with this, and we'll see what happens. First time shooting this, so we'll see. Well, alright, there you go. 4 shots. First shot I took, I wasn't quite sure where it was going to hit. Again, first time shooting this, so you need to do that. You need to know where it's going to hit, so this way you can make sure you're pointing on target properly. And then from there, 3 final shots after that, all very close to one another. So this thing is accurate. Again, I was just shooting at 15 feet, but don't worry, you can shoot a lot farther than that if you need to. So that's it. Again, highly recommend these things. These things are fantastic. They work for what they're intended to work for. Keep that in mind. They're not going to do what they're not intended to do. They're only going to do what they're intended to do. So always assess your situation. Use the tool that you need to use. That's the key to that. Alright, so if you haven't subscribed yet, please click on the button below and subscribe. If you haven't been to our Facebook page yet, the Shooter Zone on Facebook, check us out there, like the page, follow the page, all that kind of stuff. And we got some more stuff coming up, probably, I don't know, a week or so, so we'll get some more stuff out there for you. And we hope you continue to watch our channel and come back often. So there you go. Keep shooting and have some fun. Take care now.